Hey, good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Sherry and I do a daily twin flame reading. If you're drawn to this video, have faith and trust there's a message meant for you. If this reading resonates with you, please give the video a thumbs up. And if you like the content I create, feel free to subscribe. So spirits, please give us your best messages for the twin flames today. Here we go. Okay, so we have the Hermit, the Mother of Fire, the Ace of Earth. I'm using my Vision Quest tarot deck. The Ace of Earth, Balance, the Medicine Woman in reverse, and the Five of Earth, Insecurity. I think I'm just going to lay some cards out here first, and then I'll take a look at them, see what we've got. Okay, so we have the Mother of Fire is the Queen of Wands in reverse, and she is in a withdrawn energy. So somebody who doesn't see their worth. So Divine Feminine, you do not understand your worth. You do not understand your value. You do not feel like you're enough. However, you definitely are enough. You are more than enough. You have skills that you don't know you have. You are stronger than you think you are. So the Ace of Earth is a manifestation card. Manifestation of balance and listening to your inner voice, following your intuition. The Five of Earth is insecurity. Okay, so it feels like spiritually you are feeling less than. You're feeling like you've been forgotten or left behind. You feel like, what's the point? Why should I even bother? And just, to that, I would just like to say you should bother because you're worth it, number one. And number two, you deserve to be happy and you deserve to have the life that you want. So this is talking about manifestation of your best life. You need to find a balance within your spirit. Maybe you don't believe in yourself right now, and you're unsure of, you're unsure of your capabilities, but feels like that's going to change because you want it to. You're going to make a decision to make a change. So that's what I get from this. It's the Will card, the Two of Fire, future planning, progress, decisions, discovery. I feel like you're going to discover yourself and your purpose and what feels right to you, and you're going to create the life that you want. Because at some point, even if you don't feel it right now, I feel like at some point you are going to have an epiphany or an event like a synchronicity that you cannot deny, that is not a coincidence. Like the day I asked for a sign that there might be a spirit here and my doorbell rang and there was nobody there. That kind of sign that you just can't even mistake. Like, that was weird. But I feel like you're going to get some sort of like big, it might shock you, it might surprise you, but it will be indisputable. You will identify it as this moment that is going to come where you start to believe in yourself, you start to believe what your angels are trying to tell you, because deep down in there, so you have these thoughts that seem to take precedence over everything else, but deep, 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 deep down, you know that you are more than what these thoughts are telling you. You just know it. Some small part of you knows that you're worth it. And because of that small part, all it takes is just baby steps, right? Little changes. So no matter how tiny that piece of you is that knows that you're better than this, that you are enough, that you are a divine being, that you are deserving of love and happiness, once you hold on to, when you find that feeling, hold on to it. Try and sit with it. Try to imagine it growing. Imagine a feeling growing. You could imagine that it's a bright light growing inside you. But I feel like if you start to do that, your thoughts will start to manifest outside of you in a more positive manner. The Two of Water in reversed. Okay, so this is an imbalance in a relationship. The Son of Air and the Son of Fire. Let me just check something here. The Son of Air. Weird. Okay. So the Son of Air in reverse, the Son of Fire in reverse. All talk and no action. Setbacks to new ideas, lack of direction. So there is definitely a feeling of being lost. I also, however, I pulled a couple of cards before I started the reading, So we have the Six of Wands and the Knight of Wands, which are both forward moving energies. The Six of Wands represents progress and self-confidence. The Knight of Wands is energy, passion, action, adventure, taking action, change of home, or a long journey. The long journey, I feel, and the change of home is within your spirit. I don't think it's actually physically moving. I don't feel like it's physically, going on a walk down a path. I think it's your journey, your spiritual journey. And I've also got here the Hanged Man in reverse. So the Hanged Man is telling you to let go of the negative, try to work to let go of the negative self-talk that you have conditioned yourself to accept. Recondition yourself that it is not acceptable to be talking to yourself that way. Would you say those things to somebody else? I need to manifest myself a new office. I have no walls, so every noise in the house is heard right here. So I apologize for stopping and starting the video. Okay, so stopping the thoughts, these terrible thoughts that you have about yourself. Would you say those things to somebody else? Sit down and think about it. Think about the things that you say to yourself. Truly, truly think about it and imagine saying them to somebody that you love, somebody that you care about. And how does that make that person feel? How does it make you feel after you've said it? How might they react? Would you regret saying something like that? What could possibly happen to make you say something like that to somebody else? Just as a practice, just go through and just see how you feel about it. And hopefully with that awareness comes a change within yourself. You just got to start somewhere, right? So start at the beginning, start small, baby steps. The Medicine Man in reverse is like the magician, telling you that you have talents within your spirit that you are not aware of. Mother of Air. Oh. See the birds? There's a bird there, and also that cloud is like a bird. Mother of Air makes me think freedom, independent, breezy in the flow. Your angels want you to let go of the societal pressures that you put on yourself and that other people, that society puts on us. Work to let go of that. And work to, I feel like I'm supposed to say, work to go home, doing work to free your spirit in order to find your higher self being home. That's kind of how that feels to me. The Seven of Fire is endurance, challenges, defending your positions, overcoming obstacles. Have you ever considered smudging? I do a smudge before every reading. It clears out the negative energy. It offers, I put tobacco in there as an offering to the spirits. And The sage is to get rid of the negative energy, and the sweetgrass brings in the new, fresh energy. You might need to do that in your space, even if it's just a ritual that makes you feel better and makes you feel like you've done something. You can't do it wrong. I don't care what anybody tells you. You can't do it wrong. If it's you and you are in a space and you are, working on yourself and working on your spirit, and you're in the right heart space, anything that you do within that space is okay. And I wasn't sure either at first. When I started doing my smudging, I had my feather bundle here, and I would do this with the smoke and stuff, and that's great. But the only reason I did that is because I saw somebody do it. It actually, for me, doesn't serve me. So I like the feather bundle. I collect feathers when I see them. I have a feather from my little birdie in there, and this to me is a powerful, what would you call it? It's not a totem, a powerful tool, maybe. It just, to me, this gives me an energy, a feeling of freedom, the birds, uniqueness, because all the feathers are different. They're obviously from different birds, and held together. They're the same but different and held together. This is kind of like our spirits, right? So this is you, this is me, this is your brother, this is I don't have a sister, this is my sister. This is my little birdie, and we're all kind of together, and we're being held at the bottom in this leather. It's a leather wrap, and somehow I feel that is a tying, a grounding, and a grounding and a freedom, an uplifting, but this grounds you. I don't know. That's just what I think, but all I'm saying is that's what I believe. If you don't like that, that's totally cool. You don't have to believe what I believe. But if you have something, little tokens of whatever, you don't need spiritual gems, you don't need feathers, you don't need, any of that stuff. But if it feels good, why not? I have shells and little rocks and stuff, and my feathers and my smudging, and I appreciate the ritual. It is really for me to get centered, get grounded, and to focus on what I'm doing here, and to kind of get in the energy, and to feel your flow, because this is all coming from you. I'm just interpreting what comes up. Okay, and I just wanted to say also that when there's different people involved in these readings, you can swap the characters and swap the energies. You can swap masculine for feminine, feminine for masculine, depending on how it resonates with you. And take what you like and leave the rest. So now I have the Daughter of Earth. So this is a stable female energy, nurturing, creative. Do you have a creative hobby that you like? Do you have something that you like to do, something that you get lost in, and time just means nothing? That might be something you want to look into, take action. Take action. The Four of Water in reverse. This is missed opportunity. So abundance in reverse, breakthrough in reverse. The Six of Pentacles. Feels like you might be having some creative vacancy within your spirit. Maybe you haven't discovered, you haven't discovered your talents. Maybe you do what I did once upon a time, and you go buy some canvases like from the dollar store and some paint or something, and just try your hand at painting, or get some yarn and some knitting needles or a crochet needle and go to YouTube, try and find, it's easy, find a video on how to make something and try it. What, there's nothing to lose. You might love it. You're feeling like lost, like you have no purpose. You may as well find something that you enjoy. And if you enjoy it, let's say you really like crocheting hats, or okay, let's say you like crocheting little dolls or something, and you can give them to sick kids at Christmas in the hospital, or crocheting hats. And what I was doing, what I wanted to do, my reserve has a lot of people, my reservation, there's a lot of people that don't have a lot, so I started making hats. I started crocheting hats, and I was going to, and I gave them away, right? That wasn't something that I could sustain because it's not my thing, but I still crochet here and there, and it's satisfying. And that's what you're needing, is something tangible that will satisfy your creative side, because I just feel like you want to do something, like you're just in this Knight of Wands energy. You're just wanting to move forward. You're just wanting to do something, but you don't know what. And so that might help you just to start to find out what you even like. This is the Death card. Again, another birdie. This is a wisdom. This is you transforming, coming to the end of perhaps, and hopefully, disrespecting yourself, and hopefully finding the joy, finding what you're good at, and realizing that you're worth it. This change, I hope that this transformation happens within you. It's so important that you learn to love yourself. And again, you just have to start small. But I feel like it's going to happen. I feel like you have an inner strength that is quite enviable, I suppose. You're very strong. You've been through a lot of stuff. And I think that that's where this negative self-talk begins, right? It begins with somebody saying something when you're young, and well, it could begin with someone saying something when you're young, and then you just kind of grabbing onto that, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger when it's in your head. The Daughter of Fire. Okay, setbacks to new ideas. I feel like you're hesitant to start something creative. And of course, you don't have to do anything. But it feels like you will find that freedom. You will find that thing that you're looking for, that hole in your chest, that thing you're missing, that you look to other people for. You look to other relationships to make you happy, to fill that void. And that might work for a short while, but eventually that void will come back until you find out what it is that's going to fulfill you. 7 of water is excess. Feeling overwhelmed. Okay, so maybe you're feeling overwhelmed because there are lots of things that you've wanted to try. That's great. Just start at the beginning. Just start small. Just do something. You're coming to a turning point in your life. Right now, your feelings are tumultuous and it's chaotic in your head. But your angels want you to know that if you are to sit with yourself and focus on your breathing, focus on being in the moment, just try very hard to stop those thoughts. And they will start again, and just keep trying. Just keep trying to focus on your breathing. It'll be frustrating at first. Start with 1 minute. Set a timer and do it for 1 minute. Build yourself up to however long you can stand it. And, you know, in that way, they talk about building space in your life, and it just puts you in an energy of calm and peace, rather than what you're going through now and what you have been going through with this negative self-talk. So this card, the torment, is torment. This is actually relates to the devil, and it came up in reverse. So this represents breaking free and reclaiming your power. So I feel like that's just super important for you to just pick something and just take action. Just do it. Sounds so bossy. Just do it. Integration. So this is temperance. This is healing, balance, patience, and purpose. That is where you're headed. Grandfather. Who is the grandfather? This is the Emperor in reverse. The 3 of water. So in order to be stable and to love yourself, because right now, like I said, it feels like there's a lack of a lack of belief in your spirituality, a lack of belief that you are a divine being, and it's creating this negative thinking. And if you work on what your angels have said to you today, see, at first, this is kind of where you are now. This is abundance in reverse. This is what came up. Now the 6 of Cups comes up, the 6 of water, pleasure. And look, it's overwhelming with love. This is reunion, nostalgia, innocence, happiness from the past, old friends, and old love revived. Good things will come from you taking a leap of faith. Good things will come from you working on your inner talk. Okay, so I'm going to pull a card from the Shaman's Oracle deck for wisdom and guidance from our ancestors. The ancestor of guidance. I love this card. I just think it's beautiful. It just, when I bought this deck, this was the first card that I pulled for myself, and it's the card on the on the front of the book. I don't know. I just thought that was cool. There are no coincidences, you guys. Okay, the ancestor of guidance. I'm the ancestor of guidance. I remember you, and so I watch over you. I guide your steps as you embark on your life path and counsel you as you make important decisions about direction you will take. Because I am of your family, however ancient, I know well the deepest places of your heart and soul and stand ready to assist you in discovering the path you need to follow. The mighty stag with its branching antlers is one of the most powerful images to be found on cave walls. Here it represents the all-important act of guidance. In an ancestral context, this guidance is far more profound than merely showing a physical path. It is the guidance of our footsteps on an inner journey of the spirit, orienting us in the right direction and ensuring that we take no wrong turnings or decisions. The ancestor of guidance oversees the steps we choose on our path through life and counsels us from the all-encompassing wisdom of the spirit world. This card is interpreted as profound wisdom, direction, aspiration, seeking new ways, companionship of family on your journey, realizations, and echoes of ancient paths. Okay, so that's perfect. That's a perfect card to come up. These oracle cards, they're always just on the money. So companionship of family on your journey, like I said, loved ones, trusted ones, friends, people who support you, people who love you, people who know you. Be around them. Get laughing, seeking new ways, finding your talents, finding out what you're good at, finding out what you love to do. Profound wisdom, direction, and aspiration. Anyway, the direction that you're going in, from what I feel, is towards your higher self. I feel like it's going to take some time for you to grasp these concepts. It's going to take some practice. It's going to take you being frustrated and then trying again, and just realize that there is no such thing as failure. I don't believe there's failure as far as your spiritual journey goes and learning who you are. It's going to take time. There's going to be a back and forth. It's feelings and emotions and energy, and it's, there's an ebb and flow, and the moon has an effect on it, and your environment has an effect on it, and the way that you think about yourself has an effect on it. So don't strive for perfection. Just strive to take action. I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you. Namaste.